Well, I began not quite knowing what I wanted to do when I was a teenager and all the rest of it, but I did a year at art college, worked out I really liked photography, liked telling stories, liked music, and thought if you put all those three together, haven't you got film? So then did a degree in filmmaking, which at the time wasn't a particularly popular thing to do, and was very lucky after that, and was accepted onto a traineeship at the BBC. So I was a BBC television trainee in factual making documentaries. Well, as a student, I'd done drama, and I always wanted to do drama. I won, I think it was the Fuji Film Festival for young filmmakers or something in the early 80s. But once I was at the BBC and began learning about documentaries, I just loved them as a form. And the more I did them, the more fascinating I found it. You know, the privilege of work. I worked on a series called 40 Minutes and then Modern Times, and they were very, they were human-based stories, observational documentaries, and it was a real privilege to be involved in people's lives and learn how to shape and tell a story. And so I did those for 14 years or so, but then realised actually, having done that, I still had the desire to get involved in fiction and construct a little more rather than just react to stories and tell other people's stories. Although I still do tell other people's stories as a director versus a writer. If asked which TV programme influenced me most, surprisingly it would be documentaries. My experience of making documentaries and observing other people, being lucky to observe other people make the documentaries, they're the influence. They're seeing real stories, real people's lives, and observing that, and then trying to then take some kind of understanding into fiction. I don't think there's a particular work of fiction that I would say has really influenced me. I could pull out many examples of great works. I mean, so yeah, I'd probably say State of Play, Paul Abbott, you know, creator of Exile. So I can't think of any particular fiction that I would say influenced me. I think if you're starting out, be sure you really want to do it, because I think from the outside it looks very exciting, looks very glamorous, it looks like a fascinating world to be in. But more than ever, it's really competitive, and you've got to really have a passion for what you do. And if you enjoy what you do and like what you do, that will give you the stamina and energy to kind of achieve. But if you're only in it for the look of it or the being it, I think it will soon seem a little hollow.